not fear death! You are barely alive!
Crawling around, Vault Hunter. Hands on the skin of a giant. Once you have tasted the raw power of the beast, all else seems futile. Your guns, your little tricks. So impotent by comparison.
Little tricks. Nancy, did you hear that insult? We must punish it with death. For the pie.
Yeah, I changed my loadout a little bit of the things I do now.
Pardon the outburst. I don't just get it, I double it.
Yeah, I went back to my other shield.
Calder, requesting a Bruce bomb delivery.
There's a matter relocator nearby.
Anyway, let's see what we're talking about today. Well, yesterday was a holiday.
Double attack, just like my motto.
I get here. It wasn't even that bad of a day. I mean, we were busy enough, but like, they had me commenting. It's like, oh, we're gonna be swapping busy now. We weren't even that busy, honestly. Like, we had big ass orders and that. Some of them were pretty big in that, but like, it wasn't anything too ridiculous.
Your friend grasps the magnitude of this power as a mere lab rat, possibly. One cast aside and no longer needed, much like you, Vault Hunter.
You monster! I'll make you pay for how you used her!
Do not fear death. You are barely alive. Just want to give you a little push.
Vault Hunter, look at all of this. Victor's ghastly experiments. His abuses of my people. It was all to power this phase monstrosity. You must destroy it before he tears the Terminus range in half. Agreed. This ends now. We need to cut the shields around that giant rift engine. You got a way to take out the phase barriers protecting the shield generators?
Oh, I do. Time for a bit of fruit juice. Hold the top. I am betting on myself.
Oh, I got hiccups.
Wellspring, the Bruce bombs will see you through. Toss them freely. Impressive. Now destroy the Iridium.
Do not fear death. You are barely alive
What's
as
up?
he is.
I feel it. The phase dimension feeds me. You cannot stop my apotheosis.
Yeah, it's not bad at all,
We've got to
actually.
stop him before he draws more power.
It has a lot of necessity to it, because most of it is on BG.
Not shaking that one off. Compared to me, you are nothing. One more fight. This is going to be fun.
Oh man, I fell too far. Whoops. Suicide! But yeah, we're coming out with a lot more stuff. I don't know what exactly, but we're coming out with more crap. I'm very surprised that Taco Bell's very innovative. Like, come out with a lot of new shit. And it's like they keep on pushing and pushing more and more crap. It's literally like almost like every month they come out with new shit. It is quite a bit of fucking ridiculous, I'll say.
Cease this. If only you could sample the power I feel. But you would rather smash the columns of heaven itself.
Yeah, I noticed a lot of people like that. Our flatbreads evidently taste
have
pretty
broke
good.
the tiger's cage.
That's what everybody's saying. People order a lot of flatbreads. The bread itself is very, it's like a sweet, that sweetness to it.
Another timekeeper hit. Should have watched your hand.
Such one-dimensional thinking. But I have already achieved everything.
The shields are down. Look!
Here. Bear witness to a mere scrap of my power. My creations will scour you from my
But
sight.
yeah, we're coming out with a couple new things I think a lot of people are gonna like.
This is only a mother could love.
Machines can be rebuilt. Your friend Psyche? Perhaps not.
bastard! You'll die for
What you did to her.
Vault Hunter, come! I'll make us a way forward.
Enough talk. It's time to settle this.
I think you've seen too many weird movies.
No, I did not.
Behold Amara, destroyer of worlds.
The way to Lictor is clear. Let's kill this son of a bitch and get Lilith.
Hey, shall be your wonder.
Yeah, I'm not big on watching any of that stuff, honestly. I don't know what it is. I think a lot of that has to do with because I don't care for watching movies anymore like I used to. Like the newer stuff. I watch older stuff. Like from the 80s and 90s and stuff like that.
I always make time for the
Hollywood's a fucking cesspool, and I really don't care about all that crap.
I am not and good.
Like if I do watch a movie now, I'll watch like Commando, I'll watch Predator, I'll watch actual masculine fucking movies. Most of these movies are just, I don't know. Or I'll watch movie reviewers. Watch this one guy called Horror Geek. He does a lot of like old 80s. They basically does like 80 genre movies. I watch. Nah, there's just so much shit out there. I'm too busy. If I'm not streaming, I might be hanging out with someone online that's playing games with me. Or I'm at fucking work, I'm exercising and shit.
But you face a god!
Not a bad thing. Oh, you are on top.
You don't watch Gremlins? Yeah, I was thinking about that.
Power is mine and mine alone!
I saw Gremlins on there and I want to watch it.
Begin vivisection!
I see you are the hands-on type.
Could it be? Superior life form?
Yeah, it all depends though. Like one of my favorite movies is definitely Commando. I like Commando a lot. Commando was really fucking good. Another one was really good. Predator is always good.
Is that the moon?
I'm trying to think of what else. I like Happy Gilmore. I definitely like a lot of Adam Sandler movies.
So Lictor had his own machinations.
I like Don't Mess with Zohan. Don't Mess with Zohan is one of my favorite. And because that one chick on there played on, I think she played on Jersey Shore or whatever. She's extremely fucking hot. I guess I like a lot of Drago Bane movies now. I think about watching Kickboxer because he always has really good action punches. It's just because I'm a 90s baby and I'm really into all that stuff and that. I watched that stuff for a very long time when I was younger and that. I've always liked it. You know, it's like I grew up with anime and stuff and cartoons like Pokemon. I can't watch Pokemon. I really don't care about that. I think a lot of the child stuff and that. Like I watched Commando and Predator when I was younger, and I really liked the thrill of it. But I was more scared, more fearful of like the Predator and stuff. I had more emotions to it than that. Now I know that stuff's fake and that, so I don't really get scared of it. It doesn't really like particularly like get me on edge. But I like the story of it and that, and then know that seeing people fighting out there against evil and that is actually kind of nice. And they bring back the fucking masculinity of fucking men.
Show me your bad.
There's such feminine men out there.
Hard for you, is it?
And it like drives you mentally insane because I have to work with overly emotional walls.
Nice skin! I will put it to good
And
use.
like it's always the first thing I want to do is sit there and complain about shit. And I get it, people complain because they don't know stuff. Whatever, you know. We're only human. My God, they're just so emotional. Comes down to work, they're like the first one to sit back and just cry about it. And he gets kind of teased.
I'm creating a message for the timekeeper. Die! Tell the timekeeper I am betting on myself. Grenade out!
Like, we have one guy that's quitting because he's super feminine. And, like, he's being kind of sexual with people and that. And, like, he just doesn't understand. And I know where it's coming from. It comes from lack of fucking discipline. Because a lot of these kids and that, they don't have much discipline. They think the reality of their life is depending on what they assume that everybody else lives in this world. So there has to be a little bit of a counterbalance to it. No, not me. It was one of the other guys there. And like, he almost got into a fight, or tried to get into a fight with one of the guys at work in that because he was being a douche. he got overly frustrated. And so he decided to be physical and try to like touch someone. He grabbed them by their hand or whatever. And the guy flinged back and like told him like, hey, you know, and of course he got all like pissy and shit.
Another soon to be dead.
There's just so much fucking
Yet, who
wrong,
will
man. It's
pay
like,
me?
you get hired just to fucking work and make money and go home, but everyone wants to make friends and shit and all this stuff. I'm like, dude, I'm here to make like a shit ton of fucking friends, man. Honest truth is like, it's like a high school now. Like, I don't need to make a bunch of friends and shit. Come on, guys, like, I got my own life. You know, I don't mind hanging out with people I fucking don't.
Find the one.
Like, finding someone that you might like and that, you know, might have a crush on that if you work with someone long enough, but I don't know. It comes down to a lot of people that I tend to work with. I just don't.
I have never felt more tactical.
I don't care for the tension as much as I used to. Back in the old days,
I have a gift to pick with your life. Wish I had a car to slow you down.
I think that's what it all comes down to. Does ever care about this shit? Just have cared about it as much. Some days I like attention. But I don't like too much. Maybe I actually am attracted to someone that, yeah.
You are not much to look at anyway.
Most of the times I don't give a fuck. When I always say that I don't care, it comes down to it's not my first fucking priority is to do the attention. So,
Have a taste of what I can lick on.
that's why I don't pick it up as something I
Didn't quit while you were ahead.
So having the old mindset, you know, you worry about survival, you worry about making money and that. Who the fuck keeps on calling me? Hello?
Hi, Jesse.
Nah, you don't have the right number.
I don't have the right number.
This ain't Jesse.
Okay, I have the wrong name.
Did you have the wrong area code?
Did my husband haul rock for you?
No, not at all.
Okay. Alright. So what I dialed was 314-401-9543?
Yeah, that is my number now, but I don't think I'm the right person.
Okay. Thank you. Sorry to bother you.
No, you're good, bye.
Bye.
Yeah, a random phone call. She's called out my number, and like, yeah, it's my number, but it's not fucking. That's weird. She probably got something mixed up. Go figures. Yeah, but going to what I was talking about now, like, I think when you start getting priorities straight in your life starts to change slowly. Once it gets to that point when that slow change becomes something like actually noticeable after like years and years and years of like slowly push your life forward. It actually feels better. You know, a lot of people sit there, you know, when you're kids and when you're young and that, you're worried about, you know, fame, you're worried about all this stupid shit and that. But the truth is, like, none of that stuff actually matters. That's just ego talking. You know, like trying to be popular, that's all celebrity bullshit talking that you see on TV and that. Basically, that's like the first program you get as a child.
Was just a warm-up.
Is that you want to be popular, you want to be rich, you want to be stuff like that, but that stuff doesn't even really matter. Because to be able to get to that is a lot of fucking work, and unfortunately, if you don't have a lot of work, so you're probably not gonna get it. You don't have enough discipline to be able to do it. Normally, that's pretty much the features.
You are ready to go. We're sure.
So what most people need it comes down to, you ask yourself this question. If I was rich, what would I do?
I win.
People think of all kinds of really silly stuff to do. Normally it's all materialistic shit. I'll buy a whole bunch of stuff from that. I'm like, yeah. But why would you get that idea to buy that stuff, though? Like I always say, ideas have to come from somewhere. And when you're a kid, then you don't have ideas to buy a multi-million-dollar house and sit there and live a fabulous life of getting laid all the damn time, or stupid fucking shit people do. Because fundamentally, a lot of people are like that. The idea is they don't know what they want to do. They get ideas from watching the show.
Bring as many as you want. They are not me.
Son of a bitch!
So hence the reason why you always have people that'll sit there and fall in line with what other people want to do. And you might think it's your personal idea. It's never your personal idea. So you guys are asking, why do most people want to be rich? Because they see having a lot of outrageous amount of crap, and they think it fucking matters. But every time you look at it, and every time you see a lot of rich people get to that, it's like, well, they're rich already, so why does it matter? Well, yeah, that's what it is. They're already rich in that, and so the concept is they become more humble. That's literally all it is. They all become more humble because they don't see what they do. But the journey is fun. The idea is to try to keep yourself entertained and try to keep yourself as sinless as possible as you get older. I mean, obviously you're gonna sin. And obviously, you know, you're gonna be judged based upon all the sins that you do. Every single sin is going to be judged. So whatever you do in your life for that is gonna have a judgment. That's why Christ is the only believer. Without Jesus, no one can go to heaven. No one. And despite the fact that people don't understand what heaven actually is, it's a sinless realm with no sin, nothing but grace and happiness. The visuals will be so mind-blowing that your body, well, your spirit will have to adjust to it. It's like, what's the most beautiful thing in the world, in this world that we have? Gold, shiny stuff, emeralds, rubies, all the gems and that. Well, imagine that, but amplified. Because your eyes are going to be perfect. You know, you're going to see things you haven't seen before. Like people go on acid trips and they see all these lights and that. It's a slight imitation of what people believe heaven looks like. You don't have to eat. You don't have to drink. You know, obviously talk about, you know, obviously you're not going to have sex, and that, because sex wouldn't be existing, obviously. There would be no point, because the pleasure is just going to be so high that your mind wouldn't even want to go to that. Your spiritual mind. And what main thing that people focus on, then the reality is what Jesus tells us about, you know, how children are. That's how heaven normally is. Children free, super free, everything's taken care of. You don't have to worry about a damn thing. Your big daddy, Father God takes care of you. Angels help you out in that. Everything is so beautiful. That's why, you know, I always go down there. My child actually thinks now what they're doing that is so pure and honestly. And once when a child starts to learn about sin, learn about all this bullshit, they grasp the ideas. I mean, it happens with me too. I remember when I was younger, I grasped ideas like watching westerns and that, like Clint Eastwood and shit like that. They would sit there in a bar, drink a shot of whiskey, and be like, oh, yeah, life's blah, blah, blah. And they get in fights with people and shit. That's not a good way of living life. Actually, life is fucking terrible in real life. Obviously, it's acting, so it's not completely fucking real, if not real at all. But knowing that people want to imitate such things kinda makes it fucking real in their minds. And so that's what gives us that kind of idea in our head, and we want to try to live that life. It doesn't fit. You know, that mean, you know, showing our affection towards our friends and family and stuff like that, we tend not to. When we get older. You know, like, I'm not close to my family when it comes down to my brothers and that. And they're not close to me. They say they want to hang out, and they say they want to do all this stuff and that. And I mentioned it before and that, I'm just like, well, you don't want to listen to the truth of life itself. You want to think that you know best just because of whatever might be going on in your head at the time.
If you hear gunfire, stay still.
The ideas always seem to stay the same. And I would say it is kind of sad, though. Because, like, we all want to be close to people that we grew up with or that we have some sort of connection with. But what separates us is faith. You know, I talk about this in a theoretic way, and that, you know, nothing to bash my brothers with. Because I love them and that, but they're just different than me. You know, yeah, they're both married and that, have kids and that, which, you know, whatever they want to do in that. They can despite that. It's not about that. That's just a choice that they made because they finally found someone they can actually, you know, want to be with and that. Despite the fact before, you know, they started to want to get married and stuff, they were always like the same. And I think that's what I honestly, you know, wish that was still like that to a certain extent. But it comes down to a lot of that judgmentalness and pride that seems to, like, eat people up on the inside. Where they start to fundamentally just judge a shit ton of fucking ways without even knowing that they're just, why do you care about what other people... Let's say why don't you care what people do that, but why do you care about other people's success and that? It's always that comparison, you know, that's one of the things that kind of lost me when I was a kid, and well, as I start growing up as a young adult, still a kid, but I was just...
Grenade straight to the face!
And now I actually kind of do understand. It's like, well, we are who we are. Yeah, honestly, a lot of people would never go back. And honestly, I think a lot of people will be hidden from the truth. People won't know what it is to walk with God. They'll never know what it is. They all walk with the devil. They don't even think that they do, but most likely, majority of people do. And it's like in your genes kind of thing. Like, some people are embedded in their hearts to be with God no matter what. God pushes them slowly throughout the years of their life to eventually be humble, eventually look at life from a different perspective. And some people stay in the world. They'll get, you know, they'll follow the world when the world tells them to squat and take it in the ass or whatever the fuck kind of stupid shit. The people do it. You know, it all gets trampled down by news, social media, stuff like that. It's a big old poison there, and people just fucking just worship these, you know, what they want to say iconic people, and that they're just fucking average fucking base people. But they're so obsessed, and they don't believe. They don't believe it. They're like, these people are literally fucking just lying to them. Because a lot of times they are. Not all the time, but a lot of times they are. There's one guy working at didn't think Dwayne Johnson was on steroids. I'm like, almost every wrestler's on steroids. He's like, no, they're not. I'm like, what do you mean, no, they're not? Like, yes, they're genetically fucking big, but I guess people don't, like, I guess you don't grasp what steroids actually do. Steroids just help you recover faster. That's all they ever do. Like, you have to still eat a enormous amount of fucking food. It just amplifies your body to recover better.
Don't hate the player!
And, like, I didn't say that to him but I said, you still believe? And, like, kind of like childish ass shit. You really believe these people are just telling you to fucking go away? I definitely can see why you have no idea what. Like, he's just like, well, if you work out and eat food, you get muscles. And like, yeah, but your hormone structure changes throughout your life. It honestly changes dramatically. Hence why you're fat at 28 years old, bro. You're fat, you have, you're tired half the time, it's hard for you to do stuff. Yeah, it's called a hormonal change. Not everyone's like that, I mean, if you work out good, you constantly do cardiovascular shit, yeah, I bet you're gonna stay pretty young for a very long time or feel young. But like, and the funny thing is, this kid used to act just like me when I was his age, like maybe like 28 or something like that. We act so identical, it's fucking hilarious. Like, pretty much almost spot on, besides he's an alcoholic and that, or whatever the fuck you want to say he does. He drinks booze and shit. But I think anyone that drinks booze daily is an alcoholic, so he's relying on it so damn much. But the funny thing is, like, once you know the truth about life,
make time for the little sin.
They say, well, Jesus is your king, he's your savior. That is completely the honest truth. Despite the fact that people want to say whatever they want to say. Say that, say it again. You got all these other people that talk such a good talk about other religions, especially the Islamic religion. Fuck the Islamic religion, they're terrible. Their religion's terrible. The people are different though, because not everyone follows the same shit. Of course they don't. I know a lot of Muslims that don't even follow the bulk of the Quran, they only follow the peaceful parts of the Quran. not like, there's peaceful parts of everything, but the whole point of it is you need to look at the parts that actually are terrible. If you don't read about your prophet being gang raped and shit and all that stuff, and then being tormented by the devil, and you're thinking that, oh well, that you make all excuses. That they never talk about it. And they always have this battle royale with Christians, and I'm like, well, the Old Testament, New Testament came first. And Jesus specifically stated for us to not follow anybody that gives us a new gospel. But it is the work of the devil, because he already knew it was going to happen. That's why he talked about it. He knew it was going to happen. It's not to say, oh, it's just going to, well, it was a guess. No, he literally stated 100% it was going to happen.
I will make this quick sense.
Trying to warn us about the coming time. Die before Paul died, and Peter died, and all these other saints died. They kept on warning us over and over again. Kept on pushing these warnings, like watch out, preaching the same thing over and over again. Telling us to be more secure with our lives and not to understand that more will end what you say or do or whatever it is. It's a hard mindset to keep. The honest truth is, not a lot of people are going to keep it. A lot of people won't even notice it.
Find the warning shot.
They won't even care about it. They're like, oh, they're religion, Dad. Who cares? That's just what it is. Yeah, that's the whole point. Lucifer doesn't give a fuck about if you care about if God exists or not, or Jesus is king, or the Holy Spirit is actually a spirit that guides us. You know, because he knows the truth, you don't. And that's why people do the whole devil worshipping thing and that for bullshit and money and crap like that. Jesus sacrificed himself to take away hell
You
from
look like
Lucifer.
trouble.
I mean, he took away death.
The bird meets its work.
You know, we don't understand death as much as they do. The demons and all that stuff understand death. They understand all that shit. We don't. Seriously. Oh man, I hurt my fucking head over a lot of speed. And that's the biggest fundamental problem is with a lot of people. That you just don't get it. They say like we weren't meant to die at all. We were actually meant to live. We were meant to live. We were meant to be happy, meant to be prosperous in that. And this is where the struggle of life starts to kick in. When people start, I would say like people start making up stuff. They try to make up stuff to try to be like, well, what about this and that, what about this and that. It's like, if you know the truth, Christ says it sets you free. What he means by that, he means there's no longer a point of knowing anything else. Because all this other knowledge, it's not a bad thing. It's not like people don't get innovative and their desires don't come true. Of course their desires come true. Because God lets them come true. Desires don't come true just because of you yourself. Desire is something that God is the one that deals with. God makes it come true. He gives us free will. We discover things and that, and then we have the desires and thoughts in our head and all stuff and that become true. It's like all the pleasures of life. We're all fundamentally created by God. I mean, fundamentally, like how we use it is, well, obviously depends. But our biggest grasp has always been to figure out what is the truth, what is that? It's like, well, the truth is very simple. Just believe in Jesus, and that's it. He tells us to believe in him for that he's God, that he's true, 100% true. And what normally happens is when people use Christ and they say the name, it hurts their pride. It hurts the demon that's trying to give them that pridefulness, which is Satan. That's what Satan does. Satan gives you pridefulness. That's why when people start hearing people talk about the gospel and that or stuff and that, they instantly feel like they're being attacked. Because you are. Your heart's being attacked. Because you're not knowing the truth. And when you start speaking the truth, since Satan is the Lord of lies, he is literally the Lord of lies, he doesn't want you to know the truth. Because he already knows that once you know the truth, God will intervene on your behalf. And he can't do nothing. That's why it's a struggle. That's why you get that like weird feeling in your heart and that when you say Lord Jesus Christ is King, he's the Lord of Lords. You always get that feeling. Because I used to get that feeling. But that's the point. If you know that feeling it's like a slight hurtness, like you feel like, oh, whatever, I don't care about that stuff. You instantly reply to whatever, I don't care, it's false, no one believes, blah blah blah. But the thing is, that's what demons do. Like look at the psychologics of demons. Like really research demonic entities, research demons and what they actually intentionally do. It's through the book of scripture and that. It's through people actually study the demons, like exorcists or other higher priests and clerics and bishops. And, like they study this shit for hundreds of years, if not thousands of years. It's like they know. Like I can go in my job, including myself. Occasionally I get tempted, but I always walk it back because I know I'm being tempted. People think your emotions are all yours. No, they're not actually. Your thoughts are all, no, they never were all yours. Your thoughts and aspirations are coming from the whispers of the demons. You have your own conscience, yes, but you have the devil's conscience. The demons like to torment you. And that's why, when you get angry, you're not supposed to be an angry person. When you feel jealousy, you're not supposed to feel jealousy. When you feel any type of negative thing on you, like self-worth, I don't love myself and stuff like that's not what God intended for us to be like. Hence the reason why we need help. Because we can't do it on our own. You can make all the money in the world. First thing people say, well, if I was rich, then my life would be better. Your worldly life will be better to a certain extent, but your spiritual life will be shit. Because once you get to that, just like King Solomon said, we have to keep on going to King Solomon, that had basically the richest, wisest person in the world, period, specifically stated, none of that shit matters. You go down the line to every single rich person, they always say the same thing. Especially ones that actually are faithful. The more faithful they are, the more they start to see that, yeah, it was fun at first, and then it's just like, I don't know what to do. I have everything. Imagine getting to that mindset without being rich. You're like, yeah, I got what I want. I got everything I want. I don't care. That's kind of like where I'm at. You sort of said, I don't care. I get ideas from other people, and that they'll say, well, I don't care about it though. I always have the whispers of doubt saying, well, you should move out, you should do this, you should. It's like, but I don't want to. It's always the idea. That's what demons do. They whisper all this stupid nonsense to you, and sometimes it's other people that do, because they got demons too. And their demons are the ones talking to you, because the idea pops in their head. So, well, you have to do this, do this, do this. It's like telling a rich person how to be rich when you're broke. You can't do that. It doesn't make any sense. It's like, maybe you should invest your money in this. And if they see it's like, oh, I'm not going to invest my money in that because I know it's going to drop. It's like, well, I have a strange feeling, whatever it is. Sometimes it can be right, but that's just a fluke, Sometimes shit happens though. A lot of times, if someone's financially secure for like decades and they have a broke person never actually worked, they're on drugs and that, and they get like an idea in their head for some reason. Sometimes it can be from God, because God does do specific things when it comes down to, people and that. It's like, when people say it's like telling a fat person to be skinny when they're fat. It makes no sense. It's like when some people look at me because, I'm thicker than most people because I actually lift weights and that. They'll mock me and say specific things. Oh, you're trying to look like a bodybuilder or something like that, and it's always the snarky comments from men. Men will look at me like, I'm like, well, that's pure jealousy. You're smaller than me, so you're getting jealous over that I have more muscle than you. That's just your own perspective. That's what you think about yourself. You think that you're weak. You think that you don't have a life. It all comes down to your own perspective. Demons do that to you. They push those little fucking things. I've been through it for decades. The demons I have are pushing me to fucking suicide for years and years and years. But for some reason, I had hope. I had that little like bird or little butterfly of hope. Saying it's gonna get better, keep fighting through it. And I fought through all of it. Now my life's changing. Now I work. I stream. I lift weights. I get attraction from pretty much almost every woman I fucking see. I get attraction from almost every gay guy I fucking see. So it's like all the things that I desired when I was younger and I'm going through all this bullshit is starting to come true. Just like what Jesus says, sometimes blessings take time because you're not ready for them. Because God has perfect timing when you start to get to that point. When you start to have faith, you start to grow, you start learning that wisdom, that's when God starts placing that blessing in your way. And then once you get it, you'll understand it once you get it. It's like finding someone that you love. It's like me finding the perfect woman for me that's going to be the best thing ever. And I can cherish happiness and love until the day, forever, basically. And that's one of the things that I am looking forward to. Some people don't, you can't, some people will never and can't think like that. They think, well, life is miserable, life is and they always give up. I said, well, you give up because, well, you're a pussy. And you can tell when they give up. Start doing drugs, start drinking alcohol. I never did any of that shit. My anxiety and depression was just as bad as all these other fucking people did. I never once resorted to that stuff. Normally I go on long walks and I always talk to myself, basically talking to God, to ask questions about why my life is like this. And then eventually, it's pretty fucking wild. But when I went to the Bible and understand Proverbs, understand Romans, and I actually understand what Christ was actually saying, it came down to he was 100% right. Temptation is a way to build your faith. When people have high temptations, that means that you yourself are loved by God more than, other people, I guess. Because some people don't get tempted at all. At all. And it could be because they're loved by God too. But, obviously, I don't know. I'm sure that God loves everybody, to a certain extent. And I don't think he judges everybody the same, because that'd be dumb. That wouldn't make any sense. But he judges them justly. And every time I think back on my life from that, I think about, when I was a teenager and in my early 20s and shit. The world didn't like me. And that's when God speaks it. When the world doesn't like you, that means that heaven likes you. If heaven likes you, then you're secure. And you keep on following what God wants you to do. It could be very simple things. Just love yourself and love others. Be happy and that you'll grow into it. When you start to see the actual changes in your life because you're starting to see grace, you're starting to believe that wow, people have changed from when they're a baby to when they're in their 20s and that. You could see the sinfulness, the demons that they decide to plant their lives with, and they don't even know that they're doing it. I said the most times people start to say, as soon as you lose your virginity, they always say, oh, lose it in high school and that. Oh, you gotta be cool. You gotta be experienced that. Women like experiencing that. I say, most of the women that I've been with, they didn't really care that I had experience. Guys lie about that shit. They're full of fucking shit. A lot of the experience you get is pretty fundamentally, they just tell you how to do things. Same thing with the woman. Not every woman's gonna know how to fucking get a guy off, because every guy is different. They all have different ways of liking stuff. So, everybody's inexperienced. You might have some experience, might not be shy in that. Well, that's just a confidence thing. You walk up, you have a six-pack and a fucking, 8-inch fucking dong. Yeah, you're going to have confidence, because the girl's going to be like, oh my god, you're really hot. You got a huge dong. Yeah, and then that girl's going to be like, oh, I don't know, he's so attractive in that. And, she might look at herself and doubt herself. Well, that's what it is. None of that shit matters. And so, I had something happened a couple weeks ago. That one of the guys I work with, he talks about his life that he did some really stupid shit. He had really bad experiences in his life. Nothing humbling. He's humbling himself now, but he's all torn up. He's all torn up. He's all beat up in that. He ain't got barely any of his fucking teeth left. He's trying to redeem himself now because he's trying to go on the right path now. And he's trying. And that's what God does, When people go down the wrong path for so damn long, he tries to bring them up to the narrow path again. And a lot of times, these people don't have Their looks are gone. Their teeth are gone. They're malnourished. Their bodies are fucking. They look like demons. Yeah, you've been demonized for so damn long, and that you lose your beauty. You lose all this stuff. You become decrepit. You start gaining weight. Your teeth start falling out. Your hair starts falling out. Because you're not falling in line with what God wants us to do. God says to be healthy. God says not to be a glutton, to not eat a gargantuan amount of food. He tells us to fast. Why? Because fasting actually helps heal your body. It pulls out a lot of dead cells in that. Or eating proper nutrition in that. Eating, your seasonings, your fruits and vegetables and your proteins in that. Or whatever that you personally desire to want to eat to keep maintaining health in that. But you still have to learn how to eat healthy. It's like, yeah. Like today, and I'm gonna go up to that Greek place, and because I'm off today, they have I'm gonna eat a big fat ass fucking salad that I really fucking like, and I know it's gonna be good because it's a gigantic salad with a bunch of has feta cheese on it, has Greek, I guess it's like Italian Greek dressing. That's really good. Now it doesn't have a lot of sugar. It's more like salt and vinegar in it, which is really fucking good. It has, has a whole bunch of Greek olives on it. Has a bunch of tomato and a bunch of what's it called? Cucumber on that. Fantastic, clean ass food. It doesn't have an enormous amount of protein. It has cheese in that, but you know what? That's not the point of the meal itself. The point of the meal is that it's a cleansing meal. And to me, it amplifies me to heal my body more. Like at work and I'm just doing just protein. I'm not trying to eat all I eat the cheese and that a little bit and that, but I try to stay away from certain things and that. The thing is, I might have a day up there. I might sit up there for a couple hours and that. Watch a movie and that. Maybe I'll grab 2 meals, because got a great Philly cheese up there that is amazing. And I had a Philly cheese up at fucking, a Buffalo Wild Wings. Thin as fuck. They put barely 2 ounces of meat on it. Same price. You go to this place, because it's not owned by a corporation, it's actually a solo business, so I don't have to pay extra bullshit to have it. It's a little tiny shop with maybe a little tiny first room that has a second room that's bigger, that has more seating. The best Philly cheese you'll ever have in this area that I live at. Huge amount of fucking meat. It's $15. Gigantic. Probably gives you a whole pound of fucking meat almost. It's ridiculous amount of meat. Maybe not a whole pound, because a whole pound is 16 ounces, but probably gives you at least 12 ounces of meat. And it's ridiculous. And it's good, the cheese is great, the vegetables are great, and that's why I try to stay away from all these big companies. If I go out in that, I go to the steakhouse, and I think the steakhouse is privately owned, and that they have really good steaks on it. But this place is just better, and it's way fucking cheaper. I gladly paid $20 for these meals. They don't come with sides and that. It's just that's what it is. They don't have any sides. Well, they do, but they don't come with that, so they add more meat and stuff to it, which makes it even fucking better. Just thinking about it actually makes me kind of hungry. I kind of want to go up there and sit up there for a couple hours now and just enjoy the beautiful, cool day outside. I'll wait for my phone to charge up and. Where's that? All these phones, everything takes so long to charge up nowadays. But yeah, it'd be delightful. That's the kind of life that I want. There's a simple, delightful life. So that's why I want to talk about temptations and that, and kind of pull out the anger out of me. And that It's the truth. Whatever doubt things that you feel, Nat, I promise you, give it to the one that loves you more. It's God. God loves you more than you love yourself. God loves you more because he knows you. Personally knows you. And this is where people start to grasp, like, well, want to grasp God's power now. Like, well, God is like, when you look at it from the saints, and one of the saints, I think it was King Solomon, and he said, you know, you made heaven and all that stuff, and that, but not even heaven can contain you. And he was basically like talking to God about that, and God was basically saying, you know, nothing can contain him. He's the one that contains all. And the more and more people start to grasp this stuff, it's really hard to grasp. I'll tell you what, it's really hard to get away from this world. It is really hard. It's really hard just to like the simple pleasures that you have. God says live within your means. Don't live above your means. I mean, if you have a means to be rich, you'll be rich. Okay. But yeah, I think the best thing to do with everybody's life, don't live the life that everybody else is living. Live your own life. Just live with love and be respectful. You live with love, everything changes. The whole world changes. And people are gonna hate, yes. People ain't gonna hate you directly. Most people don't. Most people are just confused. They say the world's so terrible. I say, yeah, it's because you want to live in the world. Get it? The world's terrible because you want to live in the world. The world's actually not terrible. You want to live with the world's terror. You want to believe that everything's dying. You want to believe the world's corrupted. Well, the world is corrupted. The truth of it is, it is. But you yourself don't need to be part of the corruption. That's why God protects the people that have faith. Like, stuff does happen, yes. You should show courage when you need to. But sometimes, it depends on everybody's life. Like, let's say, like particularly my life, nothing ever happens. I talked about before that, but this is my life. This is, God wants me to be this way, so I stay this way. He knows that I'm compassionate. He knows that I have a heart. He knows that I love, and I do. I love everybody. I'm discreet on how people are, but the thing is, that's the person's thought. That's not the person's true inhibition. You know, it's not the true heart. The true heart of most people is very kind and gentle, but their thoughts are always betrayed by what demons tell them. Like, if I get in a conversation with someone that, so like, for instance, I got in a conversation with my ex about this. And I know I bring her up with that, but I bring her up for a purpose. Because we had a lot of conversations about, you know, certain things. And this is where I was growing my faith really high. And like the anxiety kicked in after a little while on that, when I felt that, you know, she was really betraying me. And she was cheating on me, and she betrayed me. I felt the demons around. She betrayed me 100%. She wasn't on me because she was believing, it's like, well, because you're not like me. And I said, well, I'm not like you at all, because I'm more trying to be more humble and trying to be more traditional. I says, I want to be with you because of love, not because you have a fat ass or your tits are nice and that. Yes, that's always there, but that's what you look at. You look at a dude for their body, not for who they are. Like, you look for their body first. And yes, I could look at a cuteness of a girl and that and be like, wow, she's really cute in that. But the more humble you become, the more you start looking at people's hearts. You don't want to look at just their bodies, because you can never fall in love with just the way they look, because looks change throughout life. You fall in love with the person. You fall in love with the hobbies. You fall in love with the ideas they have. The whole entire personality of a person is what you fall in love with. You know, and this is where we get a lot of strict kind of issues with people, in that people want to fall in love with their bodies, or fall in love with the sexuality of a person. That they say, well, if you don't meet my standards, you hear this all the time on Tinder and TikTok or fuck bullshit's out there. Women are throwing out these demands. If you don't have these standards, then you can't be with me. And the guys are like, well, I just won't be with you then, because you don't love. They say, well, where's your love at? Like, in my mind, where's the love at? Can we say there's love? For a lot of people, no.
All you see are ones and zeros. I see the working together.
You know, a lot of people, I mean, that's just how they live their life. And structurally, you know, it's just, fuck, it's just how it is.
Does not play around.
And that's the fundamentals behind it that people intentionally lose sight of. Because, like, I would say, like, my true heart, like, what I actually want, say, just in a relationship alone, is someone that can be with, that's compassionate about video games, that's compassionate about, you know, faith in that. Once I have, like, they don't have to be completely faithful and say, you know, like I am. I'm never expecting that. But what I expect to be is like, oh, it's like, oh yeah, it's like, yeah, Jesus is God and that, you know, but like, that's you push it to the limits of being like a preacher type person like I am. That's just my own personal decision.
I have always been precise. That's it. Pop!
But that's just my life. I said I just want to live in harmony, not play split screen or get like, fuck, I'll buy 2 TVs and that and just run around with 2 TVs and just play video games together and that.
Today, your run comes to an end. tide flows my way. Brought you a souvenir!
Perfect. But yeah, that's kind of what I'm actually looking for in that, you know? But like, it's hard to find. Because everyone's so dramatic, and I'm like, dude, I'm gonna live a fucking life of riches and fames.
Nowhere!
Yeah, these spots are crazy with experience. But yeah. Cause I remember when I was playing Destiny, I played with a couple guys in that I know. They're legitimately cool ass people that I used to play with for all the time. You kids so gun ho on Destiny and shit.
I have a gear to pick with you lot! Did you come for an autograph? Here is what you want! Just what I was looking for! High-powered fun!
I guess some dude flew off.
Something to add to the chaos! Trust me, that was dead weight!
Yeah, I coach my friend. Gets on today. I believe he's getting off work. He's been working a lot of fucking hours like I have. Let's see what time it is. 10? That's only 10 o'clock. Now I was looking at some Fantasy Star, New Genesis crap that's about to pop. Game we used to play a lot of, I got bored of it.
Built to kill!
I used to like playing it a lot. It's not a bad game, it's fun, but like it gets to the point where it gets kind of tedious. But yeah, that's one of the things I want to do is maybe my friend want to go through Borderlands 1 and 2 again.
I will make this quick, since just like so, scattered to pieces.
I gotta see.
That was just a warm-up.
Borderlands 1 might be good to go through again because it's very
The odds were in my
Nice.
crosshairs' favor.
fuck. I'll think about getting on Borderlands.
Get ready for a bad beat.
Cover me! I'm moving up!
Trust me, smart one. I always come out on top.
Oh, fine! Die, asshole!
You are not the only one who lives.
Oh, well, let me go on top of there.
my Rita.
Yeah, I'll be back.
Ever seen a body like this? Bet you haven't!
Get on with it, son.
In my sights. Remember to smile.
Your shot is busted. Break that. Something over there. Big beast.
That was worth the alley. Hold this for me.
Not me. You got my LFM.
You know where to bury me. My neck.
My neck. I was really debating if I want to play the first one again. Oh, the first one has a couple DLCs too, and that.
You are not the only one in this.
I do get a massive amount of experience, but I need like 500,000 to get up a fucking level. Something like that. I haven't. Let's see. What do I need? What was it? 560. I need 650,000. Level 84. That makes sense. I mean, honestly, these levels are miniature fucking boosters. They're not crazy boosters. And yes, I'm only on OVA. I think I have to finish the vaults first before I can even get the other. I think that might be what it is. If I finish all the vaults up, then I can get to the other levels. I don't know what's going to be in store, because I know they just give you more experience in that. That's not a ridiculous amount. I'm not 100% sure. I think it's 20% per level. But the life goes up dramatically. Everything goes up dramatically. Because I did it with 3, and 3 was a little overwhelming. There's the... Yeah, this SMG, the Cyclone, the other SMG is like... These are probably like the best guns.
Just for you! You could do the shower! You will not even feel this! I take death!
I have a feeling these guys are a lot harder than what they used to be. So I remember before that I would like two-shot these people. And they do rather catastrophic fucking damage. I think each one of these bullets takes like 20,000 or something like that. Something like that.
Seems you hit a cold streak!
I think it's close, like, yeah, I think it's like 10,000 or 12,000, it's around there. Just to figure out where the fuck this key's at. Well, I think it is like these vault keys are always in a spot where there's a lot of like of those yellow orbs are at and shit. That's how you kind of track it.
Canancy speaks. Don't hate the player. Ha-ha. Send more my way. I am hot.
That was crazy amount of experience. Jeez, look at him score. Yeah. I'm always thinking it's in this fucking area right here. I'm just curious if it's the area at the going. Because I haven't even got like two bars yet. Oh, it's gonna be up there.
Hold on, girl. Hold up.
Is that where it's at? That would have to make sense. There's a ledge right there. That is really high up there. And that's where the fucking thing's at? How do I get up? How the fuck do I get up there then? Do I have to glide across? I don't think I can glide that far. Oh, bitch. Of course.
That's massive stuff.
I knew it. It's gonna be up here. That's what I figured. But how the fuck do I get up all the way over there now? Grab on this something, you fucking moron. Have to go up from the top. Oh, there's the cave's right there. Do I have to go through the cave to get up there or something? I don't think I have to. Do I? I don't think that cave goes up. I think it just goes down unless there's a way to get up there. Grab on, bro, come on. Yeah, all these mines drop down. Highest point would be right here. Okay, let's go to the safe house then. Maybe I could jump off my bike fast enough and then go right after that. Sure, there's probably a simple way of doing it, but why make it simple when you can make it hard? Have fun. Okay. I need to go through this then.
Enhancing line of sight.
I have a gear to pick with your lot. More bullets, less problem. Pardon the outburst. Another timekeeper pet. Scrap.
Okay, go right there.
Fear not. I will not break you too badly.
That's how I get up there. I forgot about the elevator. Oh, I'm actually getting hungry again. I don't know if I want to order me some pizza or go up there and eat my salad. I got a little bit of time though. Yeah, it's not even 11. You have to wait till at least close to like 2 or something like that. I might just order a pizza or give me some wings.
That might be the shiniest mark I have.
Your purpose divine. Moving forward.
I have a gear to pick with you like. Find the warning shot. Report. Anyone else want to try? So, you were on top. You will love this part. Mind relaying a message to the timekeeper? Die! Ready for decommission? Oh, I love this song! Jealous? I do not blame you! You are an embarrassment! Since all my regard! Not much to salvage here! Single action finally!
Jeez. That was fucking insane.
There are enough bullets for all of you! The Council sends their regards!
Yeah, I don't know if I can make that fucking jump. That's really far away. Yeah, that's where I have to go. I might be able to hover that from here. Maybe. Probably not.
Really?
No, fuck that up. I want to do like that. Damn it. Well, that's fucking tedious that they have to do all these acrobats to get up there. Oh, it's probably fuck these dumbass yawns, bro.
Wouldn't believe.
I will make this quick, since.
Okay, so I have to go literally. I can't even go to the mountainside.
Do not make me turn this around! How well will your data do against me? Hmm?
Okay, that's where that's at. Yeah, I don't like that I can't climb the fucking mountain on that. Yeah, there's fundamentally fucking restrictions and shit. I don't like restrictions too much.
This production is a cash sink, sugar. Bring those ratings up, or you're going back to your previous line of work.
No, please, boss. Anything but that.
Oh, but you were the best file clerk I ever had.
You couldn't put me back in a cubicle if you stapled my neck to a desk. My heart, my soul, my voice belong to the state.
No, you dumb fucking want you to slide off, you stupid piece of shit.
We just need a new contender. You'll see, boss. In a world where paying customers put out good money to witness violence. In a fight where no holes have ever been barred. The time has come for a hero to step forward and crush some skulls. You will
Oh my god, really? Okay, jumped over here from here. Oh, I guess it will. There's an edge right there, so I can't see where I can come at. Maybe it is over there somewhere. Yeah, I'm not gonna make it. Oh my god, so annoying! Fuck you, I hate looking shit up on the fucking internet. I shouldn't have fucking lookup guides. I hate guides. I want a strategy guide, not to look up some fucking twat fuck waffle on the internet. It's gonna sit there and oh, JJ, how you'll get it. Yeah, because you figure it out because they gave you the cheats to figure it out with. I love those type of fucking gamer assholes that automatically know like how the game is before the game even comes out. Not even joking, like they all research every aspect of this world. Oh my god, like this game comes out, it's like, oh yeah, I got all the vaults and I beat the game already. Like, you beat the game came out like 10 minutes ago. Yeah. I remember games were just like the game developers would actually give you hints on stuff. Like they would give you strategy guides. Like, hey, buy the strategy guide. Yeah, I want strategy guides back. I don't want the gamer fucking bullshit thing. I don't care about all these twat waffles on the internet. I want strategy guides back. Stop paying these twat waffles to do that shit and just make a fucking. I'll pay $45, $50 for a damn strategy guide. Like, I don't care. Like, to me, it's like. I miss that shit. I miss strategy guys. I miss that they put in pictures and that they kind of you could read it and shit. And now it's just like fucking just stupid fucking look up shit. Gotta go to IGA. Gotta go to these fucking fruitcake ass fucking sites to figure out where shit's at. It's like me and my friend were talking about. It's like no one ever wants to figure anything out on their own. Like reading a strategy guide, it gives you hints and shit. I mean, shit is tedious. That.
Did you come for an autograph?
That worked. Oh no, I need to get moving. I'm getting complacent. Oh fuck. Oh man. I don't know what it is. Games are not as fun as it used to be. I don't know what it is. Games of Odyssey are just not as fun as they used to be. Everything seemed to be kind of boring. Chest spasms and shit. Weird. Anyway. I'm gonna get me some more food.
Killing guns with guns. Let it not be said the unknowable god is without a sense of humor.
You're looking real good today.
Is there no end to these rippers?
That was unpleasant.
Jumping to some... Basketball!
Blessed fire!
You're doing precious little rigging, aren't you? Kill the final red! No!
I will remember your passing with her. So,
That's big red! Accept this! Look at me! Look at! Take it away! You bad boy!
I am not done yet. Best kill wins, 2 out of 3! remembered me properly! Boom, boom, boom! Who's here? Ready to take over, in my wake! Somebody who needs a talking to! Get ready to fight down hard! Accept this burden! I fell! Have you seen those border drones? Freak me the hell out.
Come on, give me a chance.
Yeah, sorry. I run an exclusive crew. No weak links. See, can't have a wannabe getting us caught.
Oh, did you come all the way
I'm a
out
criminal
here just to see
mastermind.
me? I shoplifted a whole pack of gum.
We're gonna go later.
Until next time, Bolt Hunter.
Looks like we still got some order to mop up.
Why me? One fragmentation.
I was getting tired of that face anyhow.
You did not succeed! I failed.
These order types just don't bleed right, you know? Sims needs some wreck support.
Until next time, Bolt Hunter.
need to find a working motor to fix up the water.
Come on, give me a chance.
We're gonna go in a different direction.
See how it is.
Die, 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 die!
I wasn't.
You lose.
No.
Magnificent! Hi! At least give me a challenge. Quick! Pretending anyway. Try me. Negatory, you sleeper. Rest in misery. You wish you could control me. Sorry, not sorry. What is happening with your face area? sodomite freak? But how do you feel?
The Vault Maker's dusting our crew! Gotta replace these arms!
Badly!
Why, you? Oh, yeah, if I killed you and another one pops up somewhere, now who's gonna run the show? Whatever! I didn't even like that guy!
Looking for the plot to my exquisite socket!